Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Monday. It's August 11th, 2025. And these Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: Campfire Truths and Boardroom Lies. I grew up around campfires, camping with my family, scouting trips. In fact, in scouting, when you're around that campfire, it's a circle of light, it's a circle of heat. It's well, you roast marshmallows, you make s'mores, you enjoy the warmth, both the fire and the camaraderie. But it's not just for the roasting of the marshmallows. It's a place where you can speak plainly, where you can listen closely and deeply, and earn your trust one story at a time. Yeah, there's a lot of bluffing around a campfire, but people see your face in that dim light. They they'll hear the crack in your voice. They know if you're telling the truth or if you're blowing smoke. More than the smoke that's coming up from the wood, right? Um, Somewhere along the line, too many people lost the ability to tell the truth. They lost the willingness to tell the truth. It became about polished slides and a PowerPoint. We swapped honesty for messaging and positioning, and we lost nerve for angles. We learned to nod along in meetings, even though we knew that what we were hearing was not really true. Um, the words didn't match reality. They didn't match the truth. They didn't match what was really going on. Um, Back when I was active in my fraternity, we had a tradition that we would do at the end of every meeting called gavel. Um, it was an informal tradition. It's not written down anywhere. At the end of the meeting, and we sat in meetings. We sat in order of when we joined. So at the back end of the round table was the newer members, and then along the line, when you got to the first to the front of the circle, they were the older members, and then of course the officers all got to go last. The president got to go last, but every member, no matter where they were in that circle, they got to hold the president's gavel, and while they were holding it, they could speak their piece without interruption. Um, we would refer to the gavel as being the tongue of the chapter, right? It was a simple process, simple rule, but important and powerful rule. One voice at a time, and the understanding was, yeah, not everything you said may have mattered, but it was your table, it was your floor, it was your time to talk, it was your time to get things off your chest. And it was also held that what was spoken in gavel stayed in gavel. You didn't take any disappointment or hurt feelings with you outside of that room. It was your opportunity when you were holding that gavel to say things off, get things off your chest, clear the air, made sure that you were heard. And yeah, somebody might have contradicted you later along that circle, but it didn't matter. You got You got your time. That type of honesty, that type of clarity is missing too often in the business world. When you're around the campfire or holding that gavel, you listen, not just to reply, but to understand. And you might later ask questions because you want the truth, not because you're just waiting for your turn to talk. And you tell your story straight because you know that eventually you're going to have to look those same people in the eye. And you're going to have to be accountable for what you did, for what you said. Too often nowadays, leadership offices don't have enough of that honesty. Again, it's all about positioning, it's all about posturing, it's all about public perception, it's all about protecting the status quo or living up to a lie or a public truth that isn't really. We need less posturing. We need more truth. We need fewer buzzwords. We need more conversations where the point isn't to win the argument, but to solve the problem, or more than one problem. So maybe the next time you're in that table, at that table, sitting across from that sort of truth in a meeting, maybe pretend you got a gavel in your hands. Maybe pretend you're sitting around that campfire. Speak plainly, listen deeply, build trust, and tell the truth to power. This is wrong. This is not right. We need to do it this way because this is truth. This is the way. Think about that. That's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you'll give me a like, a follow, and a share. Again, happy Monday. I'm glad you're here. Join me again tomorrow, about this same time, 7 o'clock, live every day, Monday through Friday. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. And until then, don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.